Okay.
All right, all right. Welcome back to the Fox podcast, man. We're back again, trying to do a quick review of the Man United Sheffield game. It was what is it, 2-1?
2-1 indeed.
2-1. We got the best forward right now in European football that got the first goal, Scott McTominay. And then
Scott McTominay, man. That guy
scored.
is on another level.
I'm telling y'all, bro, right now, bro. McTominay is really that guy, bro. He because I think even in Europe, in international football, he's up there with like Mbappe and all of them in goals. So uh
Yeah.
you gotta give him credit, man. You gotta give him credit. So but we
Hell
got
yeah.
and then who and he gave the penalty as well.
He
Typical
gave
Man
away the penalty, but unlucky with that one.
Yeah.
And we got the wonder strike by Dello. He scored the same goal in preseason.
Yeah.
This is what I want to bring up. Everyone is saying I hate the bias when it comes to Man United commentary because all they were saying is Man United all season is relying on individual brilliance, individual brilliance. It's like if you just look at the game, the way Sheffield, was it Sheffield, right? The way
Yeah,
Sheffield
Sheffield,
United,
yeah.
drop back, drop back, drop back,
Yeah.
just by logic, the area in which the chance is gonna be created is gonna be at the top of the D. Like
Yeah.
that's just football, right? And
Yeah.
now it was a great strike, and yes, but we have these individuals in our team. We put them in positions to excel. Dello has that in his locker. We saw it in the preseason, and he
Yeah.
scored again this season as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's just interesting. They always like individual brilliance, but how come when Rodri scores a similar goal from the top of the box, no one's saying, "Oh, Pep's relying on individual brilliance"? So I just want to call that one out because yes, of course we're going to rely on individuals. They're on our team.
Yeah.
It's like Gallo went through five, six, seven players, and then scored. It was build up, pressure, 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 force them back, release the ball into space, and um and a goal. So I just wanted
Yeah, and I
to
think it was a great.
call
I
that
mean,
out.
Ten Hag. I think that Delo was put in this position because he has the capability to shoot outside the box. He can also
Exactly.
recover, so it's a tactical decision. Now, yeah,
Exactly.
they always gonna do that, and United has to take it right now, bro. I think that
Yeah.
we have to. I don't know, but I'll let you talk about the game from what you've seen so far before I get into my own. I'm not in a very
Sure.
positive mood with everything else, but get into the game. What
Sure.
do you feel so far?
So for full disclosure, I didn't see the first 30 minutes of the game. I was myself playing soccer, football, trying to get
Okay.
the heart rate up. I got
Okay.
home, switch it off towards the end of the first, switch it on towards the end of the first half. And from what I saw from then on through the end of the second half, is I liked our play. It was controlled football.
Hmm.
We maybe gave a couple chances away to Sheffield, but in general, controlled football. I really was impressed with Harry Maguire. You could tell there was the main tactic, or one of the main tactics in this game was because of how Sheffield were going to defend really tight, really deep. We
Yeah.
had to switch the ball early to stretch them and keep them moving. And so that was a deliberate ball into Rashford from Maguire every single time.
Hmm.
And I like the way Rashford was alive. And the tough thing with Rashford is that I think he played well. I'm not gonna rain on his parade, but the interesting thing I can tell is that he has let the criticism, which in effect you should at least listen to criticism, but he's let it cloud his judgment in the sense now he's always looking to pass, right? He's
Yeah.
always looking to pass
Yeah.
because he knows that if he doesn't pass, he'll be crucified. However, in some instances, he should be shooting, but he's
Yeah.
looking to pass. So
Yeah.
I think it's good that he's now adding the pass to his game, but I
Yeah.
think he needs to, the next level of this development is start figuring out when it's your time to shoot versus when to pass, like that decision making. But all in all, I think he had a very strong game. What I would say is I love when Martial Ericsson and who was the other guy, Garnacho came on. We
Nacho.
just
Yeah.
looked a lot more controlled in the middle. In the first half, I wasn't too impressed with Bruno. He kept,
Yeah. Same. I agree.
to force the ball, instead of just, playing to the options, he kept trying to force it, kept trying to force it. So I would say though, in the second half, he did come alive, created some chances. The free kick at the end of the first half was good. So I think all in all, it was just a controlled game. And I think we just starved Sheffield off chances, like six shots on target. I don't know. We had five, I guess it wasn't that good, but we had the most possession. They never really looked like scoring, creating chances. I would say Onana gave me a bit of a scare with that save he made in the first. It was in the first half or
Yeah,
second half. I don't know what it was, but
yeah,
it looked shaky, but he kept it out.
yeah. When he hit his arm, right?
Yeah, exactly. When
Yeah.
he died. This,
I'm a bit skeptical about it. I agree with what you're saying, especially in the first half, right? I think like when I looked at it, I think Bruno was very his performance was under par. You know, he didn't really made enough clean passes, giving the ball away. He wasn't really progressing the team forward. But also I'm not gonna lie, like I felt like Sheffield, I was surprised with how they attacked United in the first half. Like I was expecting them to sit back, but they were pressing us. Like they were pressing Maguire, pressing Johnny Evans. You know, so I was surprised by the attack, and I mean, they got you say you didn't watch the first half, but like they had a clear cut opportunity to shoot at the goal and in like the first 2 minutes, and Onana
oh
got
wow.
the ball. So I think that helped his performance, his confidence as well. But I don't know. So let me actually overall, how did you feel about one, Ten Hag's performance overall? And also, how did you see United's ability to just like take control of the game? Because I know that's been two things that we've been heavily criticized, whether it's passing or just, really just controlling the game. Because we're playing against Sheffield, who I don't know if they're at the bottom or the very bottom. You know, you
Mhm.
expect now to have a dominant performance from what you've seen so far in that game. Like, how did you feel about that?
So I like Ten Hag's performance again. Like I said, didn't see the first bit of the first half. However,
Okay.
what I would say is that I saw that McTominay scored, and I saw when we were looking at the tactics how we deployed him is we pushed him really high. Because one thing about McTominay is that he's not a six. He is
Right.
not a six.
Yeah.
He's good at driving the ball, breaking lines, shooting, and in the box he comes alive. So I think that was a tactical decision from Ten Hag. I didn't see the goal, so I don't know if it resulted that sort of position from for McTominay is what led to the goal. That remains to be seen. I'll let you confirm that. But I like that, and then I like when in the second half, we were on the front foot. All the subs he made improved the team, so I
Yeah.
really liked that about it.
Yeah. I agree.
And it was just very very steady. And I think it was one of those things with Ten Hag. He just had to win. At this point, Man United doesn't need stellar performances. We just need results.
Correct. I agree.
Just need results, and I feel like just having a solid win to build off the strong heroics that we had last year. And then I know I wanted to mention this before I left, but I'll bring it up now. The fact that Sir Bobby Charlton passed away, I feel like it was one of those games where you wouldn't want negativity
Yeah.
just exude through the whole club with
Yeah.
that in mind. So R.I.P to Sir Bobby Charlton,
Yeah.
United's hero, all-time leading scorer until Rooney just broke it.
Yeah.
That stood for so long. The dude survived the plane crash. The guy is just, he's through and through what Man United is. And I actually want that to be sort of like something that fans sort of start to demand from our players. And that is just the character and how they carry themselves and how they operate. They just need to realize that Man United is about hard work. It's about heritage. It's about,
Right.
it's a working class, club. Now, of
Club.
course,
$100%.
$1 billion brand, but the heart of Manchester United is for the working class, and it's all about fighting back. So, I just hope that, with the spirit of Bobby Charlton, we realize what's important. And that's why, players, I'm going to always pick players that give everything over players that, may have all the talent in the world, but don't try. So, I just wanted to shout out, that and the R.I.P. And I'm proud of the performance today. It was just a must-win game. We were professional. I from the commentary I heard we didn't start too well, but we steadied the ship, and the rest is history. So I'm happy with it. I just needed the 3 points. The club needed the 3 points. Manchester needed the 3 points, and class. We did it. So
Yeah, no,
on to
100%. I'll echo that. I think, I mean, none of us really watched him play, but anyone, that you listen to all the stories, you see all the highlights, and he was an attacking midfielder. He wasn't really a center forward.
yeah.
He got all those goals, all those trophies from that position. So that's definitely, he's definitely had talent. He wasn't just someone that was just hardworking, but he also had talent.
He
You
was a
add
baller.
that with the hard working and everything with him. and he started pretty young too,
Yeah.
so to consistently perform at that high level, it just shows what type of player he was,
Yeah.
and for him to be one of Man United's greats, and we've had a lot of great players, a lot of great players. So for him to stand out amongst that crowd, it just shows what type of player he was. I echo that. But there's something you touched on that I was watching this too when the game happened today to Sheffield. And mom, whenever you're ready, just jump on. Um, I was I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I was you said hard work and people not depend on their talent. I think that's a problem we have right now. I feel like we have a lot of potential or talented players who have high ceilings. There's not that hard work in there. When I
Yeah.
was looking at that Sheffield team, especially in the first half, they were fully there because of their hard work. You know what I'm saying? They were performing at that level because of hard work. Whether the second, they won all the second balls. The midfield was winning all the balls back, and it was strictly because of hard work. They didn't depend on their talent. I feel like United players, we've missed that hard work. We don't work hard anymore. All these
Yeah.
players feel like they can dribble, make these little high passes or accurate passes where they don't even do the basics anymore, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm still in a very negative mindset since from the Glazers not selling the all
Right.
this stuff. Like I'm not very happy with our performances, bro. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, it's worrying. Like it's worrying that, we McTominay has to come back and we depend. I mean, yeah, you said individual brilliance, but I feel like the team has not shown me that we are performing as a team. Yes, you can flip it on the first half saying that yeah, we defended as a team, but even at that, I feel like it was a little bit scrappy. I feel like Maguire definitely had a good game, but even at that, why are we still dependent on these people? So
Yeah. I
definitely, I'm
think,
happy with the performance, but I still feel like United, this team is not performing the way it needs to
yeah,
perform. We're
but
missing a lot.
we're far off, 100%. We're not there. But I think what we need to realize is the mitigating factor. And that is we don't have a first team that consistently has started for the
That's
whole
fair.
season. We're
Fair.
playing Lindelof at left back. We're playing someone who we tried to get out of the club in Maguire as the starting centre back. We brought a 36-year-old Johnny Evans to
Yeah,
come as
yeah,
stopgap. Now he's
yeah,
starting. We
yeah,
had to bring injured Varane who wasn't ready to
yeah.
come on because Evans got injured.
Injured, exactly.
Now Dalot has played every single game with no rest. He doesn't have a rotation partner since AWB is out. We just got Anthony back from his Brazil shenanigans. He
Mm-hmm.
had a really good game today. So like our
We
team
did.
is jointed because we haven't had a consistent team. So at this point in time, all we just need to do is be solid. Now,
100%.
look
100%.
at City. City scraped by win today. And without Rodri, I think he played this game, but without Rodri, they lost 2 games back to back, right?
Yeah.
But no one's calling for their heads because we know the track record of Guardiola, he's gonna win again.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that when you have 2 or 3 important players out of your team, it changes the whole dynamic of the team, right? And so what I want us to do is not get on Ten Hag's back because ultimately these set of players have sacked 3 managers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Roy Keane has said it. Like we know what these players are, and
Yeah.
all Ten Hag is trying to do is fight against their base their base instinct to try and get us to a certain level. So whenever there's criticism, let's leave Ten Hag alone. We're stuck with him. We're stuck with him for 3 years
Yeah.
because
Nah, that's fair.
changing hasn't worked. So
I,
let's just demand work from the players and let's be careful about Ten Hag.
nah, you know what? You know what? You put a little bit of confidence or positivity in me, right? I would say this. I'm not criticizing Ten Hag. I will question him though, right? I feel like we definitely there's certain things he has to there's certain nuances I feel like he's that's still missing in his game, right?
Mhm.
But I definitely think that, like you said, the players have sacked this. That's 3 sets of man. It's the players for certain things, right? And I don't know, man. And my blame is not specific on the players at 10. It's just that when I'm looking at certain things and I don't understand what's going on. I'm looking at like, but we still can't make passes. Like that bothers me that like we're a professional team that we still cannot put together consecutive passes. Like when the ball, like if you look at the way we play from the defense, like
Yeah.
when Maguire or Evans has the ball, they still can't pass their way the ball up forward. Like we still
Right.
struggle with that. And
Yeah.
against Sheffield,
Yeah.
what you say,
It's
man?
player
I,
pro. Sorry, go for it.
I was gonna say, yeah, I totally agree, man. I've been listening to the past, for the past few minutes of the conversation, and I kind of, I agree with both of you guys. And it looks sloppy sometimes, Mohammed, what you're saying. It just looks sloppy. There's a time where we had a triangle over like two Sheffield players, and we couldn't even make that pass in the middle to Martial. It's not clicking. Some things just don't click, and it almost feels like we are only threatening when we have like a 3v2 or like like an advantage on the defense on transition. Looks like that's the only time we are threatening. But when we have the ball and the defense is set back, it looks very lethargic.
You're 100. Sorry, continue. Sorry, my bad.
No, I was gonna say, no, that was all I was saying. And I mean, some things I can kind of see Ten Hag philosophy, but some things I just feel like maybe it's really a player thing. Like, the confidence to make a quick pass in the middle, turn around, because there's acres of space. But I'm seeing Evans standing on the ball, Maguire standing on the ball, and like it looks like they're not even sure of themselves. You know what I mean? To like make those piercing passes. And you can't. And the reason why I say I don't want to say it's a Ten Hag thing, because we see Martinez does it, we see Varane does it. You know what I mean? So,
100%.
Yeah, it's you're right. The word of the day is lethargy. We are lethargic. We are slow in possession. And that's the thing about Man United, is the fact that you can see we create the chance, and you can see, or the opportunity. I won't call it a chance yet, but we create the opportunity, but the opportunity dies instantly because the person who receives the ball is ponderous, because no one is making off the ball movements. They always like a second late, and I think that's going to come with time. But also, to your point earlier, it is a player problem. Our players aren't that good. Let's just get it right. Our players aren't that good, and we don't have the profile of a player. I think maybe Amrabat's the only one, and Ericsson, who was doing it like all right, where they would get the ball on the half turn and control in the first phase. But in reality, none of our players really are that tight control type of player, except like Martial, Christian Eriksen, and that's pretty much it. Like Anthony is good in the tight spaces, but he can't pass, right? So our players basically don't have the skill sets to do that consistently over and over again against opposition presses. And the last thing I want to say is that I feel, regarding Ten Hag, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm completely off base, but my instinct from when I watch our team is that he sets up our team for the first goal. Like, that's his tactic. He's like, let's get the first goal. Yeah. So if we go through a phase of possession where we don't get that first goal, then we start to panic. But the moment we get that first goal, he's then relying on the fact that space is going to open up and we're just going to bomb the channels, right? So I think in terms of him adapting during the game, he's getting slightly better at it, but it's one of the things where I think he's still got a lot to learn, to your point, where he's like, okay, let me change the tactic completely because what we're doing is not working. I feel like he game plans for the first goal, and after that, if we don't get that breakthrough, we sort of start to struggle, right? So I think we'll see how it goes, but I'm just happy we won.
No, I that's interesting you say that, and I'll pay attention to it. But one thing I'll criticize the technical squad and Ten Hag with this is United seem to always concede after we score a goal.
Yeah, mentality. That's mentality.
Look, that's the one I can't stand, right?
It happens all the time, bro. Like, I saw it live, and when I went to go see the guy, it was disappointing. But like, even today again, but we always concede after we score. Like, we cannot maintain that run. And like, if you like 100% what you're saying right now, United, we always need that time to develop our play, and that always helps when we score a goal. Then the team cannot come out, we can start counting them, and then spaces opens up. But if you always give away possession after that, it's no, like you go back to basics, and we don't have that fighting spirit to go again. We're still missing that. And if I'm being completely honest, we're missing that little bit of extra quality that like wins you games. You know what I'm saying? Højlund has it. I'm not gonna say that. Højlund, I feel like the kid is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's shown me that he can hold up the play. He doesn't lose possession. Also, he can keep possession, and he can shoot. Now, granted, I feel like he's still missing. He's still learning how to work with the team and put himself in positions. But last thing, man. What was your man of the match today? And what's one thing you want to see? Because we're going into the derby next week. So what's your look? What you looking forward to that?
So first case, it was a very slow game. So I would just say my man of the match was Amrabat because I just didn't see him put a foot wrong. I think he
That's fair.
controlled the ball well. He switched the play. You know, he put people in good position. So I'd say he was my man of the match. But it was a game where no one really shined. It was
Yeah.
just a professional second half performance. Let's say
Yeah.
that. Regarding the derby, I would be lying to you if I said I wasn't nervous. And
Yeah.
nervous is light, is a light way to say it. I am. I don't want to say the words I am because we are Man United, so we have to bring some balls to the team. But let me just put it this way: if we aren't on our game 100% from minute 1 to minutes 97, we will be humiliated if we are not on our game. So I need us to realize we can beat them. We can beat City.
100%,
I'm not like
100%.
We can 100% beat them.
100%.
But it's one of those ones we have to be switched on. We have to fight. We have it needs to be one of those team performances. If we can get that, we have the players to hurt them. Akanji is out for them, which is huge.
Okay. Yeah.
So on the transition, they don't have that much pace. It's only Walker. The two center backs aren't gonna, we have the pace to beat them. But what I would say, this is a big shot. It won't happen. We need to start Martial. I think we have to start Martial. I think he just has a way of allowing us to keep our team shape.
Yeah, that's true.
Way that we can beat City. Now I don't know what that means in terms of the tactical, whether it's Rashford on the right, Martial, Højlund, or I don't know what it means, right? But I would like to see Martial start. Just give us 60 minutes and then bring on a runner to kill City in the end. But I'm just saying I need a win because City is shaky now. Like this is the time we have to beat them. But if we go there thinking, oh, Marcus Rashford, I don't want to run back, or McJoggine has turned up again, or we're not. If we do those things, we will get destroyed because the one thing Man United do is we leave space, and the one thing City do is they exploit space. So I think we can do it. We just need the first goal, and if we get that first goal, I think we win the game 2-1. So
all right. Well, we'll look forward, and I'm curious to see what you're gonna be saying next week. So I appreciate you coming on, and good luck, bro.
Appreciate it. Have a good one. See you guys.
I appreciate love. So, Mom, what you saying, man?
Yeah, man. Tough game today, man. I'm probably gonna echo what Jide said, but I think the two standout players for me is a tie between Dalot and Amrabat. I was gonna say in the first half, I kind of saw a little bit of what happened to Casemiro a little bit, where Amrabat was kind of left alone by himself in the middle.
Yeah,
he was kind of isolated.
Yeah.
But I'm glad, he didn't make any mistakes per se. It was just like a numbers thing where they packed the middle more than he was outnumbered. So I was a little concerned about that in the first half, but he held his own. He did help us a lot. Maintain composure. But Dalot, saving us with that wonderful strike, man, that deserves applause.
No,
for right back.
And he's known to do that. That wasn't a fluke. He has that in his locker.
Oh yeah, he has that in his locker. He's done that before. I think he needs to be more confident. He gives me like Cancelo vibes. Like he has a good strike on him. He can pass. He can. His defense is getting better. So he is a very, very. Right now, he's one of our most consistent players, I would say.
Yeah, I would say, but I don't know. I'm very negative right now, man. Because I want my follow on to that is he's been our most consistent player, but he's been consistently average.
Right. So given our terrible performances, he's been consistently there. I see what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, he hasn't dropped. His performance has not dropped. Exactly. It hasn't gone the opposite way. Right.
Right. He's maintained. He's been maintained.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, them two. They have had a good game, and I think we should be doing that. Starting Martial, I like that idea, because he does bring something to the game, a little bit of stability. But Højlund is also, when he's fit, it's hard to ignore, But I think Erik ten Hag should be kind of integrating Højlund like how he did Garnacho, bring him second half, impact sub, strong, fast. You see what I'm saying? I think that's what he should be doing if Martial is fit. Because Martial
Yeah,
isn't that
no,
much
I
of
think
a
they gotta fight it out though, man. I'm not mad at. I think Martial has last season was his time to kind of do it, but
Mhm.
injuries kind of affected him. So I'm not mad at trying to get Hoyland up to speed. I would say
Yeah.
that I understood why I wasn't mad when I bought Martial when Martial came on because I understood
Okay.
what he was doing because Martial and Rashford they link up play is great. Martial
Yeah.
the defense and also Martial like the team plays well when he's there, right?
Yeah. True. True.
But also like, I'm not mad. Like I like Hoyland, bro. I like what
Yeah.
I see from the kid, bro. I like what I see from him. I think that the team hasn't understand his runs just yet. And also he hasn't adapted to the team. And I think also the team, we're not creating as much chances, bro. We're not really creating those clear
Mhm.
chances. Because if you look at the amount of chances like Sheffield had to face on
Yeah.
we didn't have those chances. We didn't have that one-on-ones, if you all of our shot was probably was a shot on off target or outside the box or just a willy-nilly, bro. So I
Yeah.
feel like once we start creating chances, I think Haaland's gonna bag it. Look at that one where Rashford crossed it in front of him, and all he had to do was tap it, and he's getting there. He's getting in those spaces. So
True.
um, I'm not just ready yet to bench him to put him as an impact sub. I think we need to
Mhm.
keep playing him, and my thing is
Okay.
like find him. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Haaland
Yeah.
might learn how to
Yeah.
play with the team.
I think he only had like one shot today in the first half, or like there was a good
Yeah,
period where he had like one touch or something. It was very, very
yeah.
hard. It was like a ghost. He had a ghost thing, not a ghost, graveyard shift today,
He did, and also I
Graveyard
think
shift.
like that the shot that I know is what the one where Rashford should have taken himself and he just gave it to him. That's the
Oh
only
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can remember that he had the shot. I feel like all the
When he
other ones,
controlled.
yeah.
Hmm.
But I like the fact he doesn't lose possession. That I
No,
like
he
about
doesn't.
him.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
holds
yeah.
up the play. He makes good passes. You know what I'm saying? So I like what I see from him. But I'm not. Also, I do see what you and Jay are saying about Martial, and I agree with it. My thing with Martial is force your way into the team. Don't ask for them to put you in there. You force your
Mhm.
way into the team. You know what I'm
Fight
saying?
for it, right?
Impact, fight for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Show us why you need to be in the starting lineup. But until then,
Hmm.
bro, you keep staying on the bench, keep staying fit, because that's Martial's problem. It's like he's not fit. He's not available when you need him. So you keep being fit, keep having your little good cameos, and when your time comes, take it.
Take it, yeah.
Take it.
No,
So
that's true. That's true, man. That's true. Yeah, but I mean, looking forward to like next week.
yeah, what's your
Uh
take on the City thing? Yeah.
the City game is gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be tough. City have not been great without De Bruyne, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing. That's the only reason why I'm not as worried. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all. It's they if they have Kevin De Bruyne, they'll be more deadly. Not to say that Julian Alvarez is not a threat, but today I watched that game a little bit. The first I guess 15 minutes or 10 minutes, first 10 minutes, and they didn't look like very. I mean, they do their thing. City are gonna do their thing regardless. But I
Yeah.
think the fact that De Bruyne is not there gives me a little bit of hope that we can stay in the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the
Oh, that's
boys gotta
good.
fight. They gotta fight. Hopefully, Ten Hag did say that Kobe Mino will. That's why I kind of put his picture up there. He said that Kobe Mino will get minutes next week. So
Yeah, he did say that. I was like, yo, like that's kind of crazy to say that, like, cause we play
mhm.
in City, like, why are you saying that? That's kind of, but I mean, I he has faith in the kid, man. So if he wants to play him or give him minutes, I'm not mad at that. But I thought that was kind
Mhm.
of big to say that, like, you're gonna give him minutes, like, for a derby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what the game might look like. So for you to say that is you,
I know
hey, we'll
it,
see.
it was it was kind of scary to see to hear that. I was like, wow, for a big game
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I am excited for him to come back, man. I think we right now the midfield is crying out for someone to go in there and have an
yeah,
impact. Whether it's defensively, offensively, whatever it is, the midfield is crying for someone to come have an impact. And I think he's one of those. He's kind of one of those in the position where like he's young, he's hungry, he's dynamic, and he's looking to have a say in there. And I think that hopefully, inshallah, it works out for him.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but happy.
any what else you wanted to say?
I was gonna say, man, happy for the win, man. Honestly, man, we needed it,
Yeah,
and eighth position.
yeah,
We're not too far off from the top. I'm
yeah,
trying to find the standings right now.
yeah.
So it looks like we are 13. We
Let me
got
see.
15 points. We're like 6 points behind City. So that's good. That's good. City and
Let me
Arsenal.
see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I think we are not too far. I mean, the league just started as well. So if you get a couple wins, you're gonna push up. Yeah, we're like eight. We're eighth right
Hmm.
now, and we're like what? 5 points off Tottenham. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
We just got,
not.
I was gonna say we just gotta fix that goal average, man. That goal average is not looking good at all.
Yeah, we're like minus 2 right now, dude. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
dude.
saying? That's kind of crazy.
Like
So,
teams
but
like
even
Newcastle
third, like
today.
Liverpool are 20 points as well. We're 5 points away from them. So
Yep. Yeah, we gotta close that gap. We gotta close
six
that gap.
points from Arsenal, 6 points from
Yeah.
Arsenal and City. So yeah,
And
it's
Villa.
not too bad, bro. It's not. I think the problem with United is like I think the issue and how the sadness and everything is coming, and negativity, I should say, is just like the future is bleak. We're not in a position where you can say the future is gonna look good, and that comes from stuff from upstairs with the owners and everything they're doing. It's just like you don't look
Yeah.
at United and be like, no matter what happens right now, we're gonna be straight in the next year, 2 years. I
Yeah, it's
feel
looking
like
very
it's
bleak for sure.
very, very shaky. The pendulum can switch left or right with United, and that
Yep.
frustrates us. At
Yep.
least frustrates me myself. I know that.
Yeah, and I agree, man. I agree. That the whole ownership thing, man, it was very disappointing. So I don't even like to think about it because I expected the Glazers to sell, but then against the Glazers, so I guess we were asking for too much. But hopefully, man, things will change, man. I think we just gotta stay hopeful
Mm-hmm.
and slowly, just rack up points to get the morale back. Because the fans, man, the morale right now is not the best. So
Yeah,
we gotta
the team
grind these wins out.
is
These
not
will
great
help
right now.
us. Yeah.
How about Maguire's performance? What do you
Oh, it was
think
solid. It
about
was
him?
it was solid, man. Maguire just these games are the games he needs. He can come back. He's a professional football player. I do respect him for the way he handles himself,
Yeah,
despite all
I
the
agree.
criticism.
Yeah,
He takes the
he takes
heat.
it on the chin.
Hmm. So I do respect him for that. A lot of players can't handle that. So I just hope he gets his mojo back because we do need him. Clearly, we see that. We don't have players. Everybody's injured.
Yeah,
Everybody's out. Luke Shaw's out.
yeah. Regular, Juan Bissaka, Casemiro. Yeah, even Martinez. You have a lot of players that's out right
Yeah.
now.
And Varane is not even all the way fit.
But
So
yeah, 100%.
we definitely need all our players right now. So,
And that's why this win was important. Right now, like Jerry said at the beginning, man, we need
exactly.
we need 3 points. Yeah, but yeah, that's been the quick review of the Man United versus Sheffield game, man. 2-1. We got the greatest striker, McTominay, scoring again. And a nice goal from Delo, man. So look forward to the game. And we will be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow with the boys again, doing a quick roundup of the weekend. I know you're gonna want to talk about that Arsenal Chelsea game, so look out for
Yeah.
that one. But yeah, we'll be back, man, and we'll try to get these United reviews out after the games, man.
Absolutely. Like, comment, subscribe, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.